For those of you that don't know, I'm Maggie, and today we are chatting all through my June 2020 favorites. Now, this is really home heavy because honestly, just home things have been on my mind. We just moved into a new house like a month ago, and so legitimately I feel like every purchase that I make has to do with the home. But I do have a couple of like beauty related things that I wanted to share with you that are pretty exciting and definitely outside of my normal comfort zone. And the first one that I want to talk about is Tanceuticals. Now, Instagram totally got me on this. I follow JoJo Fletcher because I really keep up with the Bachelor community, and she had shown where she used this in the shade Ultra Dark. Now, Ultra Dark actually terrifies the bejesus out of me to think about putting self tanner on because I am pretty pale. And I know that this isn't probably the best advertisement for this product because I still look pale-ish, but like you can see my arm looks darker and I have this big light shining on me, so it's really just not the best environment to show this off. However, if you're somebody who is always really intimidated by self-tanning products, look no further. This is advertised as like a CC cream. They say color and correct, which is kind of what every CC cream makeup-wise does to your face anyway, right? This is just so easily applied. It's not intimidating. It's not an ultra dark color when you put it on. It's actually a very kind of like light tan shade, and it comes with this mitt. Now, I got mine in some like special kit promotion and I got a discount code through JoJo, so it ended up costing me like $35 for this bottle for the tanning stuff for your body, some tanning stuff for your face, and the actual mitt. To be completely transparent, I got this because I'm getting married soon and I wanted a little bit of color, but nothing that didn't make me look like myself, which is why I went with the light shade and not the ultra dark shade. I'm also not super into spray tans. I just wanted something easy that I could do at home that didn't look like a shocking departure from what I look like all the time. Do you know what I mean? I had tried some other tanning stuff in the past. I tried like a spray version and I definitely didn't like that. And so again, if you're somebody who was like me and super afraid of this stuff, I highly recommend this. I definitely use the mitt, and I always apply this fresh out of the shower and exfoliated, and I've never had any issues around the joint areas like your knees and your ankles and your elbows where it typically holds a lot of that color and looks really splotchy. I tanned this morning and it's only been on for a couple of hours, but it takes about 7 to 8 hours for this to fully set, and they recommend doing it overnight. I have like stark white bed sheets, as you can see, and I didn't want any of the tanning stuff transferring to that, so I typically put this on in the morning after I've already worked out and sweated and exercised for the day, and then just let it sit for 7 or 8 hours, hop in the shower, take a body shower, and then get in my bed at night. I can't believe I'm recommending a tanning product. Next up is this product that was actually sent to me through Ocotoly, which is kind of this platform where I can go on and I can like pick out certain products that appeal to me, and then I write a little description about why I want to try the product, and then the brands kind of evaluate like, do we want to send this to her or not? And so this was one that I was really interested in because we have a soaker tub in the new house. And so this is the Radiant Labs Purified Anti-Stress Scrub and Soak for Body and Bath. It has full spectrum CBD, which is supposed to be restorative. It has eucalyptus that's supposed to be clarifying, juniper for detoxifying, and wild orange for vitalizing. How this works is you can use this in the shower just as a body scrub, or you can put a couple of scoops into your bath and then it becomes more of a detoxifying soak. That's the way that I've been using this because I wanted every excuse to use that soaker tub. And I'm so excited that they sent this to me because I've never tried anything in the CBD realm, but I've heard that it's supposed to be really good for sore muscles and relaxation, and I'm not a big bath person. Like, I'm trying to get into it because we have this great tub, and let me tell you, a great tub makes a big difference because I really enjoyed my baths lately, especially using this because this does have such an oily quality to it that when I got out of the bath each time, my body was like so moisturized and felt so good. I felt so extremely relaxed and rejuvenated, and I just feel like it is a great way to close out the day. In fact, the color on this is a little unnerving. I will say that is definitely this looks horrible on the camera. The color is bad, but I do like the smell. A little bit like brown sugar when you first smell it, but then it actually it leaves you with like an orange note at the end. And I put like 2 kind of like, I don't know, hand scoopfuls into my bath, and that's plenty each time. But the texture on this and everything, and the reason why I think I love it so much is because it reminds me so much of my favorite Trader Joe's body scrub. I always talk about how it has the perfect ratio of oil to scrub, and this has that same ratio. Now, I definitely prefer the lavender scent of the Trader Joe's one more, but I've never thought about using that as like a bath soak. And I'm curious if everything would dissolve super nicely like this one does using the Trader Joe's one. I don't know. I have had a really stressful couple of weeks as we've planned and replanned a wedding, and things are just not going to plan, and stuff like this has just really been like making me happy and helping me out. So I really wanted to mention that in this video. And thanks Ocotoly for sending it my way. A couple of more beauty things, and then I want to get into the home things. So the next favorite product for this month is this scent, Ojai Sunset from the Skylar Scent Club. Full disclosure, you can see I broke mine. This thing shattered on the tile floor of our bathroom, but I did not lose a single bit of liquid. Clearly it's super thick, high quality glass. And I did an entire video reviewing this scent and the April and May scents from the Scent Club. If you're curious, I'll link that. But this is just so sophisticated, but also fun and summery. It has kind of a warm element to it, but not so warm that you feel like it should be worn in like the fall or the winter. This is a nighttime scent is how I like to describe it. You would want to put this on after a long day at the beach and just relax. It also reminds me so much with its citrus qualities of like Capri and Coral from their permanent line. This is definitely has like an orangey, bright quality, but with a lot of depth. I just don't know another way to describe it, but just so complex and sophisticated, and I absolutely love it. Like if they wanted to make this a permanent scent in their line, I would be first in line to go buy that. This has definitely been one of the top scents from the Scent Club. And I also want to put the notes on the screen for you because I don't remember them off the top of my head. So if this appeals to you, I do have a code that can get you 50% off of your first month of the Scent Club, making this rollerball just $10, and these last forever. The code is 50 this or that. Check it out if this sounds appealing to you. I highly recommend if you like fresh, bright, citrusy scents like I do. Last up in the beauty kind of category is an oldie but a goodie. This is the L'Oreal Color Riche Shine lipstick. I have mine in the shade 908 Sparkling Rose. It's actually what I have on right now, and I just think these lipsticks are kind of magical. They look like a normal lipstick in the tube, but when you put it on, it automatically becomes glossy. So it just looks super healthy. If you're somebody who has a lot of lines in your lips or something, I think that you would really like the formula of these lipsticks. This color I was always a little bit unsure about, but every time that I put this on in a video, everybody's like, your makeup looks so healthy. It looks so good on your skin. Something about that looks so good, and it's the lipstick. I swear it's the lipstick because I legitimately do the same makeup every single day. The only thing that changes is the lipstick, and so I fully attribute looking fresh and bright to this color. Now, if you have a similar skin tone to me, I think that this would look really good. I can see that if you were super tan, this looking very Barbie pink on your lips. I really want another shade, the Varnished Rosewood shade, that's a little bit more like neutral and it can kind of span all seasons. I feel like this is a little bright and summery. Like I wouldn't pull this out at Christmas time. You know what I mean? Could not recommend these lipsticks more. And I think that this is still rocking and rolling. People really liked these lipsticks, so they should still be available. Oh yeah, there's also one product that I don't have physically to show you, and that's the Sephora Lavender Foot Mask. Y'all, I have avoided foot masks for so long, and I don't know why. Maybe because I felt like they would be inconvenient and it's hard to walk around, and those things are all true. They are a little bit inconvenient and it is very hard to walk around when you use them, but it makes such a difference. And I have not gotten my nails done, like toes or fingernails done, since all of this crazy pandemic stuff started. And so I just wanted something to really treat my feet. They were getting all dry and cracked being like out in the hot sun. And now how they work, in case you're curious, is it comes in basically these two paper-ish socks, more like plasticky kind of socks, and you put them on your feet and it has this little sticky like pad, and you just tighten it around your ankle and you let it sit for like 20 minutes, I think. And I just kind of sat in my bed and let my feet hang off the end so that it didn't get any serum in the sheets or anything. I took them off and my feet were so soft. They felt so nourished. Everything just looked so much better. They weren't dry and cracked. If I recall, those foot masks are not super expensive, so definitely check them out if you've been struggling without a pedicure or a manicure or anything. It was a really surprisingly good mask. So now moving on to the home things. I've had this candle during that whole mask conversation. These candles from Target. This is part of the Hearth and Hand with Magnolia line, specifically in the scent lemon. This smells so good. Arguably way better to me than the Caldrea Citron and Ginger candle that I mentioned recently in a Product Empties. That one to me is a little overpowering. It definitely smells a little bit like home cleaner like, but that one is marketed as a kitchen candle. And I will say it does disperse the scent around a big kitchen really, really well. Kind of in contrast to this, I was a little disappointed for the size of this, that the scent wasn't a little bit more punchy. I can't smell this a lot in like our big open kitchen. I would definitely recommend burning this in a smaller space for you to get the full impact of this lemon scent. Like this would be perfect in a bathroom, in a guest bathroom when you have people over. It's such a fresh and clean, subtle lemon smell, and I cannot say enough good things about it. I just loved the gold kind of tin. I liked the pressed letters that said lemon, and it wasn't like super, I don't know, Bath and Body Works looking. I kind of don't love their packaging. And this comes in a bunch of different scents. They have a lot of floral ones that kind of had like a bergamot vetiver one, a geranium one, but lemon to me appealed the most, and holy moly, it's so good. So the next couple of items are kind of bigger and I can't like unplug them and bring them to my room, or I guess I could, but I think it would be better for you to see them in their places in my home in action. The first thing that I want to mention is our dual coffee maker. It comes from Cuisinart. This was something that we were so jazzed to get off of our registry because one side of it brews a traditional pot of coffee, up to like 12 cups or something like that. But the other side just brews a single cup using K-cups. And I used K-cups for like the past 5 years. I've had a Keurig for as long as I can remember, but Brian and I both really love coffee and definitely drink it throughout the entire day. So we did kind of want to move to that more traditional pot method just because it's honestly overall better for the environment, better for our wallets. And it has that cool feature where you can like pull the actual carafe out in the middle of brewing and pour yourself a cup and put it back in without it leaking everywhere, which is cool, especially if you're in a rush. It's surprisingly not huge in my opinion. For a while we were working with a big Keurig and Brian's favorite little single cup coffee maker, and it was taking up so much real estate on the counter. And I feel like this is just slim and sleek enough to work and not take up too much space. Now we love to grind our coffee fresh, and I'll be sure to link Brian's fancy little coffee grinder that he loves because I do think it makes a big difference. If you're looking to elevate your coffee experience, definitely recommend a grinder. But we have really just been loving this dual coffee maker. So another thing that I absolutely love is this standing lamp from Target, and it comes from the Studio McGee collaboration, which I feel like I went kind of nuts with. We have several pillows from that line. We've got these lamps actually are from that line at Target as well. I just love her stuff. I love her aesthetic. I love her style. I mentioned Shay from Studio McGee in a previous favorites video, so I'll link that down below if you want to know a little bit more about how I discovered them and what their aesthetic actually is. But this standing lamp is just kind of oversized. It makes such a good impact. Now, it was living in our living room, and I loved how it complemented our curtain rods and the actual coffee table that we picked out, but we expanded our couch recently and made it one big sectional, which made having this style of tripod standing lamp a little bit challenging. So until we figure things out with that space and really get things finalized there, it's living in our bedroom. And I love that you like pull down on the little string to make the light come on. And it actually has 3 different settings. The living room is still a work in progress. The home tour in general that I promised you is a little bit of a work in progress. We haven't finished a single room, and so I'm just gonna go room by room once we finish things, so stay tuned for that. Okay, another home thing, all of the floral stems that I recently got at home, and I don't know if you can shop that store online, but I feel like At Home, that's literally the name of the store, is all over the country, so I feel like you could probably get your hands on these things. We had so many vases, and we love greenery, but we do not have a green thumb, neither of us. We just knew that if we wanted to add like elements of green in our home, that most of it would need to be fake so that we could really focus our energy on the couple of real items that we have. I just feel like the stems there are so affordable and they look really good. Like I bought this really big vase that also was like marked down to 50% off, so I ended up getting it for 10 bucks. I filled it with greenery that's kind of fun and unique from At Home, and each stem is like $2.99 or $5.99 was I think the most expensive one that I bought. You don't have to spend like $15 per stem at the Real Magnolia store or at Anthropology or different places like that. Like, you can find the same stuff cheaper. And because sometimes you want to change your greenery out by season, I think it's a really affordable way to do that. So I totally recommend the at-home faux greenery. They have aisles and aisles and aisles of it, and it's so fun to take your time and go through and try to put things together and make your own arrangements. I wish I could share with you some books that I've been reading because that was kind of a trend for a little bit, but I honestly am still working on the book about therapy, the Maybe You Should Talk to Someone book, because things have just been a little bit crazy. We get married in like a week when I'm filming this. I don't know when this is going up. It just hasn't really been top priority to read. Maybe in the month of July I'll have something exciting to share with you once we can finally relax on our little mini moon that we're taking. So anyway, if you like this favorites video, I have plenty more where this came from. I have an entire playlist that I'll be sure to include in the description box down below. And if you liked this video in general, then like it, stick around, subscribe, join the community, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.